So I don't know if it's a new feature or maybe I've just never noticed it before, but eBay has a notification when you get an offer now that says whether somebody has pre-selected a payment method so that you'll get paid right away. And I will say I am way more likely to accept your offer if I see that. Otherwise, you just don't know. You're just taking it out of circulation if you accept someone's offer and then they don't end up paying for it. It's so frustrating. So I'm more likely to accept your offer if you've pre-selected a payment method. But that's not what this video is about. Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen and I am the Restless Thrifter, and I'm going to be talking about my sales January 29th through February 4th, as well as giving you a little wrap up look back at January as a whole. It was a great month. It was my highest profit and sales month to date, so both revenue and profit. My total revenue in January was $6,506. I have come close to hitting 6,000 before. This is obviously a first. So I was super excited. I sold 196 things in January. I had listed 240 things, so that listing really helped. My number of sold items was up 35%. My number of listed items was up 66%. My average sales price for January was $33.19. That was also up a little bit. The number of sold items by marketplace, 92 on eBay, 68 on Poshmark, and 36 on Mercari, and that's normal for eBay to be the best and Mercari to be the least. And no surprise, my top selling brands were City Chic, Figs, and Disney. So I was thrilled, and I'm trying to keep that momentum going with February. It's hard. I'm not going to have my best month ever in February, that is for sure. For one, it's a short month, you know, I'm cheated a few days. So last week of January into first week of February was just okay. It wasn't a total slump, but you know, it became obvious that I was slowing down for sure. I had 26 sales that week. On average, things took 38 days to sell. My average sales price was $33.83. My average cost of goods was $4.66. And my average profit per item was $19.40. So that's not too bad. Okay, so in my sales updates, I go over 3 categories: the top 10 sales by profit, fast flips, anything that sold in 14 days or less, and some lessons learned. I'll pick 1 or 2 items usually to talk about. And I will read you off my title so you can hear the keywords that I use. And I will share with you the price it sold for, which in terms of eBay will include the cost of shipping. Even though the buyer pays for it, it gets lumped in with that sales price. And my cost of goods and my profit. That's what you're really here for, right? So let's get started. The first in my top 10 sales by profit in reverse order is this Eileen Fisher size extra large jumpsuit, black jersey knit, pockets, wide leg crop pant. This was a really comfy looking jumpsuit. Not something I could pull off, but it sold in 15 days on Mercari, so it was almost a fast flip. A customer offered me $34. I had it listed for $45. I took it. My cost of goods, I paid up a little bit, was $10.87. So my profit was $18.24. I think we all know Eileen Fisher to be a really expensive brand, sometimes sought after. You do want to look up on this specific piece and look it over for flaws, because my luck is that I pick up the flawed Eileen Fisher and don't get the higher dollar sales price. But I have a sweater that's made with like yak and lamb or some sort of special wools that never sold. So I just decided to keep it for myself. I got so tired of nobody wanting it. I may eventually try to sell it again, but it frustrated me because it was like, there's all the things about this. It's a knit. It's got some special wools. It's Eileen Fisher. It was an extra large. There were all these things going for it, and nobody bought it. So I just kept it. My background's a little bit different than what you're used to. I am in my basement today. So yes, I look like I'm in a thrift store. This is some of my merchandise to sell. It is not listed yet. These are things that I need to photograph. And there are my dress forms, Gabby and Kelly. Let's see, Kelly and Gabby. there. And I have one more that's a male dress form. He's a short little guy. I call him Manny. All right, the next sale was Soft Surroundings size extra large brown sequin lace blouse evening cocktail party. This may actually be coming back to me because the buyer thought it was mauve. I'm not even sure what that color is. Isn't mauve that like dusty pink color that was popular in the late 80s, early 90s? I think so. This is brown. I mean, it's just brown, and I feel bad if my photos made it look mauve. But I did describe it as brown. It sold in 74 days on eBay. It was a full price sale. With shipping, it was $29.04, and my cost of goods was $1.08. I picked this up at the Noah's Ark thrift store, which is somewhere between Denver and Texas. I'm not exactly sure where. My profit was $19.82. Next item is a Patagonia Chinchilla Fleece Lizard Print Vest, zip-up sleeveless psychedelic vintage. I'm not really sure if it was actually a chinchilla. I think that's a specific style, but it definitely looked like one. This was a kid's item. It was a large kid's item, and so could fit a small woman, which I think a small woman bought it. It sold in 61 days on Poshmark through an counter offer. We landed on $35. My cost of goods was $6.22, and my profit was $21.78. And let me tell you, I never find Patagonia. I never find cool fleeces like this. I lucked out because the Goodwill that I was shopping at, it was the one off of Broadway in Denver, kind of downtown. Not really downtown, but south of downtown. Anyhow, something was down with their cash registers, so they could only take cash and not credit. And somebody had left it behind, like on a rack near the front. And I asked when I got up to the register, I was like, hey, is that on hold for anyone? They said, no, I don't know. So I grabbed it and bought it. And I'm sorry to whoever came back with cash to try to get that. I'm not sorry. It was the like one and only time that I ever had cash. I usually never have cash. It was meant to be mine. Yeah. Next item, Ariat plus size XXL fitted Lee snap shirt cowgirl rodeo embellished new with tags. 134 days to sell on Mercari. A customer offer came in of $42. I had it listed at $55. I have to say, my offers on Mercari are almost always fair. I love it. Cost of goods was $13.43. I paid up because it was new with tags and it was an kind of embellished Western shirt by Ariat. My profit was $22.65. I picked it up at a thrift giant in Denton, Texas. Here we have a Garnet Hill size large nightgown, new lace detail, organic green cotton sleep gown. I think Garnet Hill is one of those brands that you find online mostly. I'm not really sure, but I do know that it has a following for certain items. This was new with tags and it had that organic cotton going for it. Sold in 13 days on Poshmark through a Posher VA offer with discounted shipping. So Posher VA is a Chrome extension that I pay for to send out offers on my behalf to Poshmark buyers and to share my closet. I have a link below if you're interested in it. I think it'll get you a little discount, maybe get me a little something, I'm not sure. But it really is helpful for keeping things moving on Poshmark. I don't have time to share my whole closet 3 times a day, which is what I do through Posher VA. I share it 3 times a day. And 5 minutes after somebody has liked an item, it sends an offer of 20% off with discounted shipping on my behalf. That's a really good offer, I think. And I do it within 5 minutes because I want to grab them while they still have that phone in their hands, you know? It may be a little aggressive, but I think I have it set to not send offers out on things that are 24 or 48 hours old, you know, so not my brand new items, because I want to give those a chance to sell full price or, you know, sell for a better offer. Anyhow, the Posher VA offer, it came to $40 and my cost of goods was $6.52. My profit was $22.80. Next item is a Vineyard Vines size large dress, lightweight sand caddy, navy striped faux wrap pockets. This is a great little summer dress. You could throw it over your wet bathing suit or something because of the material that it was. I thought even it might be like a swim dress, but this sold in 15 days on Poshmark. It was a full price sale for $50. I had paid $9.78 and my profit was $30.22. $9.78, that's just the full price for dresses at Goodwill these days. I didn't mark down where I got it, but I probably got it at Goodwill. Next item is something I actually mentioned on Bolo Buddies, the Bolo Buddies members Facebook group page. This is a Plush Creations vintage 1991 Bunny Rabbit Easter floral jumpsuit 29-inch stuffed animal. This sold in 15 days on eBay. I really wasn't expecting it to be a quick sale, but I'm glad it was. A customer offered me $40. I had it listed for $50. You know, with those vintage things, you're just kind of... And the cost with shipping was $48.82. My cost of goods was $1.06. I got it at the Goodwill outlet, aka the bins in Denver. That was my average cost of goods per item that day. And my profit was $32.78. So Plush Creations, I have sold a really large bear. That took a while to sell, but it sold for good money. And then I've sold a cute little hand puppet by that brand. This was the only one that had a date on it, so that really helped me to identify how vintage it was. I would look up this brand. I would say it's worth looking up. The next item is actually something that I've mentioned in a What Sold Before because they sold before and then came back to me because the buyer on eBay, they were just a half size too small, and they sent me this sweet note along with the return saying they wished that, you know, they could find them in a half size up and they were great and brand new. I like when people say better than expected because that's what I want to deliver. I want them to be delighted when they open up the box and go, oh yeah, they mentioned there were some flaws. Oh my God, these are great. All right, these were Sorel women's size 8 Tivoli 2 suede snow boots, gray faux fur lined calf length. These sold in 26 days on eBay, and that was the second time around. So the first time around, they sold like in a week. And this was actually a full price sale the second time around. So when I first listed them, I listed them for $50 because I'm like, that's a fair price to get them out the door because winter is nearing its end. But people kept sending me lowball offers of $30, $35, and I had paid up for these. I paid $18.49. So I'm like, no, we can't have that, you know. So I actually raised the price when I relisted it to $65, and it sold outright for $65. It's like, I should price it to what it's really valued at, not for a quick sale sometimes. It just depends. But this had very few flaws, and after I got that nice note, I was like, yeah, these are worth more. So with shipping costs, it sold for $73.78. Like I said, I paid $18.49, and my profit was $36.78. I got these at a local thrift store called ARC. Retail, these are boots cost $130, and these had very little wear, so I think it was a great deal. Next sale was a City Chic plus size 16W, haven't talked about City Chic in a while, a Hana corset dress, navy blue, satin midi, cocktail holiday. Corset, I threw that word in there because it had like some boning in the bodice and kind of had that corset top look. Sold in 75 days on Poshmark through a Posher VA offer with discounted shipping. That was $79. I had paid $1.70, and my cost of goods was $58.82. City Chic is a plus size brand, and I like to pick up their formal dresses especially. They have a lot of other types of clothing, but the formal dresses, if you can find them new with tags, are a great pickup. And then my last and best sale, I have my mother to thank for. Thank you, Mom. These are Nayat size EU 39, US 8, Koru Kiri, I don't know what these words are, burgundy Mary Jane sandal, comfort shoes, leather. These were my mom's. They sold in 61 days on Poshmark, a full price sale of $75, no cost of goods for me, and I made $60 on them. These are $178 retail. This brand is something I might have passed up before, not realizing their value and that people are looking for these. I actually ended up buying a pair of these for my mom's funeral because they are super comfy, and I'm dealing with a lot of, you know, arthritis and foot pain and everything. And so I needed some comfortable shoes to wear. All right, moving into the next category, which is fast flips, things that sold in 14 days or less. I had one fast flip, and that was the Garnet Hill nightgown in my top 10. I did have a couple of things that sold within 15 days, but I have 4 fast flips. I would have had a lot more fast flips, I believe, if I had been listing a lot more this week. I usually do. So only 4. The first item was a Gap shoulder hobo bag, Y2K, velvet velour, boho hippie, floral, soft, slouchy teal. This sat in my death pile forever. It had a little staining on it. I eventually washed it and got most of it out, but it still had a little light staining. Then I had to go move to Dallas and take care of my mom, and I came back and I finally got it listed. Yay! Sold in 7 days on Poshmark. It was a full price sale of $25. I had paid about $5, so my profit was $15. This also should be a lesson learned. This should be like, just list some shit from your death pile. Next fast flip is a Torrid plus size 3X Happy Camper long line active bra performance core dots black. Sold in 3 days on eBay. A customer accepted my offer of $17.88. The sales price with shipping was $22.69. My cost of goods was $2.71. I got this at the regular Goodwill. They were having a 50% off sale, I think. And my profit was $11.91. This particular bra and style has a 35% sell-through rate. Remember, my sell-through rates cap out at 100, so 35 is pretty good. I would definitely pick it up again. Next sale was a Disney Loungefly Stitch Infinity Scarf, lightweight, tropical, Hawaii, floral, bright. Sold in 3 days on Mercari. Customer offered me $14. I had it listed for $16. This is just proof that no matter how low you list it, somebody's gonna want a deal. That's all right. I have $0 cost of goods in this. I actually picked this up at the Dallas Bins, my first trip to the Dallas Bins. High hustle couple, I went with you guys. And I picked this up for myself because I was about to go to Disney. And so my cost of goods was probably $1 or $2 at most, but I put 0 since I actually kept this for a year. And my profit was $11.69. And then my last fast flip is this Cacique size 44 Triple D bra, modern lace, lightly lined balconette, underwire navy pink. It was a really cute colorway. Sold in 12 days on eBay through a customer offer of $15. I had it listed at $20. This is one of those cases where I probably should have listed a little higher price because almost everything sells through an offer, not full price. But people want a deal. Bras don't go for a whole lot, so look them up. Make sure that they're going to flip quickly for you and make the profit that you're looking for. Sold for $21.44. I had paid $2.28. That's good. I'm glad that was my cost of goods. But my profit was only $6.95. Okay, and my lesson learned, I picked one. It says Tervis 24 ounce St. Louis Cardinals double wall classic insulated tumbler cup MLB. My lesson here is just to myself. You guys may still want to pick these up. I just not making any money off of these. I made $1.80. My cost of goods was $3.25. Number one, that was too high. Number two, the condition of this cup was just not that great. And number three, not that many people were looking for St. Louis Cardinals cups. So I had it listed cheap at 10. A customer offered me 8. Again, everyone wants a deal. And after everything was said and done, I only made $1.80. And I don't really like packaging up cups like that. So my lesson is don't pick up Tervis unless it's brand new and I've looked it up and it's worth it. So that is everything from me today. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep things moving while I'm not able to move as much. So I have been running sales. I've got a 30% off sale going on right now in my eBay store on anything that's been listed more than 14 days, I think. So some really great deals. And if you watch an item, I'm usually sending a little bit more off, little like 5% discount off of that. So if you're interested in anything, go ahead and watch it and I'll send you an offer and you can get it for a great price because it really is a limited time. I'm not going to have everything in my store on sale at 30% off forever. Once I get up and moving, and I'm saying that's in March, everything's going back to normal price and wheeling and dealing as normal. I've also been sending out some more aggressive offers on Poshmark. I'm about to bump up my offers to likers on Posher VA to 30%, I think. I don't know, I'm a little bit nervous about that. Right now I don't have anything, but I also in Poshmark have, if you bundle 3 items in my closet, you get 30% off, which is a really good deal. So I don't get very many bundles like that unless somebody has one specific thing they're looking for and then they just want that discount. They'll put a couple cheap things in there. So it's usually on the higher dollar items, but good for them for working the deals. I did want to say thank you to the anonymous donor who gave me 3 coffees. I have a buy me a coffee link below, and they bought me 3, which equals about 2 of the very, very large of my favorite drinks at Starbucks. I'm so excited. Once I'm out and about again, I will be treating myself to that coffee. It is my listing fuel, and I thank you so much. If you had left me your name, I could have said your name. Obviously, no one needs to buy me anything. No one needs to shop from my store. They don't need to buy anything for me. But I do appreciate it when people do. If you see things you like, let me know. We can also work something out. But the best thing you can do for me is give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe if you aren't already. That's the best thing you can do because I am trying to grow my channel. Also, feedback below is really appreciated. I love it when you guys interact. All right, guys, have a great day and just keep listing.